hello there. Yes, well, further into April. Yes. Yesterday being April Fool's Day, various people who right-wing media pundits tried to make some jokes. Didn't work very well. Out of all of them, the one that I found most intriguing was James Esses, who was, suggesting that he was going to become a decent human being, which obviously is very foolish in its own right. He made the mistake of posting it a long time after 12 o'clock. Against the rules, James. Unfortunately. Yeah, can't even get that particular one right. Unfortunately. Lots of jumping up and down yesterday about Scottish hate laws, and as reasonable commentators have said, the bar is set very high. So if you merely want to say that you don't like trans people, you're not going to get into trouble. However, if you do proactively very actively hate, you will do. Not if you're J.K. Rowling, because she's too rich, of course, to do anything like being taken to prison. Anyway, the rest of the people who are too important, especially in their own minds, were jumping up and down about that yesterday, your Mayas and your Helens, etc. Because, of course, the key thing about that is that any actual recognition of transgender rights in law will upset their free and easy access to Conservative ministers. Probably coming to an end anyway, but sure as hell is going to upset their business model if they can't rely on an army of people to be spewing hate at India Willoughby, who rightly has pointed out that every time that J.K. Rowling tweets something, the hatred against her increases by a huge factor, because that's the way that one works. Again, nothing will be done about that. So J.K. Rowling can tweet all she likes, but she's not in Scotland, so she'll neatly avoid that, and nobody in England would dare lift a finger, because of course she's a national treasure according to all those people who hate trans people. There was actually a demonstration yesterday in Scotland. I managed to get about 300 people out, which I imagine Posey Parker would kill for if she could do. But unfortunately for all of the GC Brigade, who haven't reported it, because, well, yes, it does include an awful lot of people that they might not be so keen on for a women's rights rally. It basically had all of those Scottish parties that don't like things like abortion. For example, the Scottish Family Party, the only party in Scotland that doesn't agree with abortion. Yes, Wings Over Scotland, Force for Good, they all turned out. And it was even live tweeted by Scotland's own premier Holocaust denier. Yes, not a group of people you necessarily want on your side, and not a group of people who necessarily have to be encouraged to stir up hatred. They just already have it in their hearts. Yes, altogether very disappointing in its own right. Still, their day has probably come and gone. It will be intriguing to see exactly what these people do when they no longer have such free and easy access to government ministries. I think it's part of the reason why they're panicking so much is because one of these days, one of them will do something really, really bad, and they do get picked off one by one. Think about Lawrence Fox, who says the wrong thing. Think about Leo Kersey says the wrong thing. And they're not cancelled by some left-wing mob. They're cancelled by the people that employ them, who realise what a liability they are. Because advertisers, business, money is what matters. And GB News, for example, are not going to take on board those people that threaten its already very fragile financial base. Yes, that's one for the Marxist materialists out there. Anyway, do have a lovely day. I didn't do much yesterday, so I need to crack on today. Do I? Possibly. Or do I just sit in bed reading? That's work. We'll do that, yeah.